Section 8 portfolio building. Guys, today I'm going to give you the truth about Section 8 housing vouchers. My name is Doffis Absher. I'm a professional real estate portfolio builder based out of Jacksonville, Florida. I've built hundreds of cash flowing portfolios that rent strategically through Section 8 housing voucher programs. You know, everybody has their opinion about Section 8 housing, guys. Some people say it's the greatest thing ever. Others say it's a nightmare. I'm just going to tell you the truth about Section 8 from a perspective of someone who's actually been doing this for a long time. You hear Section 8, you see these people on the internet get into Section 8, the rents are guaranteed. Guys, there's a lot of cracks to step in between that investors need to know, especially people just getting started. I'm going to tell you the truth about Section 8. You need to consider these as a real estate investor or as someone getting into real estate investing, period. Whether it's your first time or you're experienced, more of those who are experienced, you probably went through some of the issues I have, but it differentiates through state. So if I'm in Florida, my rules and regulation and procedures through housing authority could be different. Say you're up north in a different state like Ohio or Texas. So I'm just going to go through what I go through here. I'm going to give you all the warnings and I'm going to give you the reality before you think it's just some easy system that you're going to work and get money every month all the time. No, don't work like that. Sorry, don't work like that. So what is Section 8? It's a government assistance housing program. Tenants pay a portion of the rent. Sometimes there's other times that they have to qualify for the house. Per zip code is going to qualify what that tenant can get on a voucher to pay for a house in that area. Zip codes change, which also means that a 3-2 is only going to pay a certain amount of money based on that zip code per the participant's voucher. It's not guaranteed for anywhere. It varies, guys. Keep that in mind. The landlord does receive direct payments from housing authority. Here's the first boo-boo. Here's the first problem I had. Recently, through the housing authority here in Jacksonville, Florida, I've had to go directly to the director of housing, Joshua Hicks, with these issues. We've went months without even receiving our money from HUD. They're not even getting our money from HUD. So there you go. First of all, it's not guaranteed. Anything can happen. Just because it's from the government doesn't mean it's always going to be there. We waited almost 4 months. We had to evict a mother and her children, which I hate to say. We literally had to draft an eviction to get their attention to pay for their vouchers. So it's not guaranteed. Do not think Section 8 is guaranteed. Majority of the time, we haven't had any issues, but it has been happening lately, guys. Good tenants, bad tenants exist everywhere. You know, I got this in my notes. These are personal experiences. You want to screen your tenants. You know, most of these people are criminals. Most of them are off the street. Most of them are homeless. Some are mothers that need help. Some are children that need a roof put over their head. We're here to help. We just want to provide housing, and we want to get paid as a tenant landlord basis. But the total advantages is the government does pay the rents. The rents do come in when they come in on time. It's great. It does decrease chances of filing evictions. It is different than traditional tenants because it's guaranteed rent. At least you think so. Like I said, we had to go file evictions and waited almost 3 to 4 months not getting paid. The challenges here, guys, I can't stress this enough going over these challenges with you. Let me dig in here. You have to pass these houses. There is an inspector that comes out that takes a look at these houses, and he's going to pass it based on a qualifications checklist that's provided by the housing authority. Now, if you fail this inspection, you got to do a re-inspection. While your tenant's over here waiting to move in, her voucher will not be active. She will not be able to move in until the home she is seeking is approved and you pass inspection. That means, guys, no leaky roofs. You can't have nothing wrong with this house. You got to have good plumbing. Now they want us to provide HVAC. You got to have good HVAC, working window units, no leaky pipes, no cracks in the walls, no bugs. You got to do pest control. You can't just buy a bad, distressed home and put a Section 8 tenant in it. It will not pass. I know here in Jacksonville, Florida now, they're requiring that every house has window screens. That's new. Okay, now we put window screens in every house. They require new smoke detectors with a 10-year sealed battery in them. Now we provide that. So it's getting more difficult to pass these houses, guys. It's not as easy as it was. So when you find a home, even if you're doing this through like other people that's got these programs, I can't recall the guy's name, maybe Tom, not sure, but you're buying houses you're not even seeing, sending a handyman to fix it and think you're placing a Section 8 tenant. Doesn't work that way. You have to pass inspection. These houses have to pass inspection, which means you have to pass the inspection list and the inspector comes out. If one thing fails, she's coming back again. She's coming back again. So inspections, very important. That's one thing you may run into trouble with. And when it comes back to screening these tenants, guys, do background checks. Look at their rental history, income verification, criminal history, landlord references. You do want this stuff because these people will destroy your homes. They'll open drug houses out of your home. You have a trap house. You'll have prostitution rings rent out of your home. Guys, I don't know if it's just rough in Jacksonville, Florida, but these are all things I've dealt with building large scale Section 8 portfolios. And when I say large scale, I'm not talking a few. It's a lot of properties with a lot of property management, with a lot of problems and a lot of eviction turnout rates. This is part of the game. The real secret to success with Section 8 is not finding the perfect tenant. It's actually buying the right property at the right price. You want to get simple 3-bedroom, 2-bath, whether it's a 2-1, 3-2. The more bedroom count, the higher the vouchers. I literally got some houses where the vouchers are paying me $700 or $800 more than what a traditional lease would pay. So the HUD voucher program is good if it's the right house, renovated the right way, passing its HUD inspection, placing a screened tenant that stays 2 to 3 years in your property. It does work, but it's not as easy as you think. That's all I'm saying. So, you got problems you run into. Screening tenants, bad tenants. Even though it's a voucher, they'll destroy your home. You still have to evict some of these people, guys. Even though they're on HUD assistance, it can get out of control. A lot of other things I do want to mention about HUD that I can't stress enough is making sure that you got the correct banking information, the correct wiring information, and that they know how to pay you every month. If one thing is wrong, guys, you will not get your money. Make sure your structure and your foundation is built correctly with your real estate portfolio LLC that is actually controlling the income coming in, that is paying the bills, and that is validating these tenants, and that is paying for property management. Structure is very important. And again, it's not guaranteed with Section 8. Just this year, recently, we've had to file evictions. We've had people that's 3-4 months out where we were not paid by the housing authority. We literally had to go to the director. I can't reiterate that enough. No, it's not guaranteed. Screen your tenants. They're always making changes on these inspections. Tenants are always trying to open trap houses. They're always trying to run prostitution rings. A lot of these tenants are people who are in distress, coming off the street, or are already homeless. 90% of people that are experiencing homeless comes from drug or alcohol abuse, mental illness, or either Social Security or disability benefit, which is also another voucher program. But these people need help. You got to think, they're living on assistance from the government. They're living assisted from the government. They need help. Don't just think this is a Mary Poppins tenant that's going to be smooth, because it's not. So about Section 8 housing, guys, that's pretty much all I'm going to cover with you. I just wanted to give you some of the red flag warnings. Also, if you get someone that moves in and you're getting a lot of complaints, you're getting a lot of calls, the police get called out, that's someone you want to remove immediately. They're going to destroy your house. There could be a lot law enforcement. You're going to have to answer phone calls. You're going to have to do police reports. We've dealt with it all. I've had people go to jail from the homes, domestic violence, again, selling drugs, again, prostitution, a lot of criminal activity in some of these neighborhoods where these voucher programs are at, where they're actually being approved at. Building these Section 8 portfolios, guys, I've been doing it for years. I'm really good at it. I know what houses to get. I know what zip codes to buy in. I know exactly how to renovate them to pass the HUD inspections. I know how to deal with the HUD inspectors, how to schedule on time. I know all the changes that are coming in and going out. I've dealt with the housing director personally, so I'm real ahead of the game on these, guys. If you're interested in learning how to build the correct Section 8 portfolio without running into all these bumps in the road that you will run into these problems. If you have someone like me holding your hand through the process that's going to help guide you to buy the right homes, build your portfolio with you, make sure they're renovated correctly, place the right tenants, make sure your refinance goes well, and just keep building this thing, guys. It can be done. It is successful if it's done correctly, but these are the warnings. These are the red flags. It's not as smooth as you think. All you hear is the money the government always pays, the rents are always there, but you don't know what it takes to get it to run smooth that way, and you don't know what's going to happen during that process. That's what I was hoping to share with you. My name's Doffis Absher. If you're interested in learning from me or you have any questions, click the link below. Go to my page, you can click and you can book a strategy call. I'd love to talk to you. Tell me what problems you're having. Tell me what you're trying to do. Tell me if you're running into any issues I haven't ran into yet. We could chop it up. We could talk about anything really as far as getting you moving forward in the direction you're trying to go. Click the link below. Doffis Absher. I'll see you next time.
Sharkmethod.net